Solidarity, Catholic social teaching puts solidarity as not a top-down, fix this kind of model, but solidarity is a journey of walking alongside brothers and sisters who all share common dignity. Solidarity means that every project of the human heart is the same. My heart needs work, her heart needs work, his heart needs work, and we're all in that together. So when we encounter brokenness, we can see in ourselves that same brokenness and say, I understand what that's like a little bit through my own experience. It doesn't need to be fixed right away, but I can be with you and you can be with me. But that is the project of solidarity and being with one another.
To be in solidarity with others means to accompany them, to recognize the joys and sorrows and sufferings that one person or community goes through, while also understanding that it may not be the same as your own. We are one human family, whatever our national, racial, ethnic, economic, and ideological differences. We are our brothers and sisters keepers, wherever they may be. Loving our neighbor has global dimensions in a shrinking world. At the core of the virtue of the solidarity is the pursuit of justice and peace. Pope Paul VI taught that if you want peace, work for justice. The gospel calls us to be peacemakers. Our love for all our sisters and brothers demands that we promote peace in a world surrounded by violence and conflict.
They have their own traditional form of prayer in smudging, but they can also come in and pray a rosary with you. And I think that that's really beautiful.
It is also our duty to give prayer and respite to the poor and vulnerable in our communities and the world. A basic moral test for any society is how its most vulnerable members are faring. In a society marred by deepening divisions between rich and poor, our tradition recalls the stories of the Last Judgment and the Sermon on the Mount to instruct us to put the needs of the poor and vulnerable first. We not only have a duty to respect and care for the life and dignity of the human person, we also have a duty to care for all of God's creation. We show our respect for the Creator by our stewardship of creation. Care for the earth is not just an Earth Day slogan. It's a requirement of our faith. We are called to protect people and the planet, living our faith in relationship with all of God's creation. This environmental challenge has fundamental moral and ethical dimensions that cannot be ignored. The Blackfeet people and culture are rooted in a care for creation. They have much to teach us in how we are fulfilling God's commandment in Genesis chapter 2 for humans to care for and cultivate the earth.
The way that the Blackfeet people pray is connected to the earth, connected to the mountains, connected to the creation in a little bit different way than in Helena. And it's really attractive. Helps me pray better.
Personally, one of my favorite parts of Justice Outreach Project is certainly Mass at Running Eagle Falls. It's an incredible space. It's an incredible opportunity to worship God in creation, in the original cathedral. It's just a beautiful place and experience for our youth to witness that in one of our national parks.
I have an awe and a wonder for what I'm seeing, and it leads me closer to a relationship with God